What is up, Poke fans? Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and welcome to Season 7. Whew, I'm excited to be able to start this all over again. So, the reset has officially happened, which is totally great. And we are currently sitting in Great Ball Rank 9. So we are getting close to Ultra Ball, but like I said in the last video, it's going to be a bit before we actually see some progress with our team because of the fact that we are kind of in a spot to where we need to test it out to make fine tunes to it and see what it is. Now, I will not be recording less than five battles just to kind of get an accurate number of what our team is. We did do 62 fights last season, so we're all good there. And if you guys want to see what the team looks like, I'll go ahead and show up on the screen for you. But if you want a breakdown, go ahead and watch the video before this. And because the breakdown was much later than it should have been, I'm still working on those assets to where I have something in the beginning. That way you guys can clearly see in the front of the video of what changes that we made, move sets, whatever the case may be. It's a little bit easier for you guys to see, and that way it's a lot, I guess, fancier, something that I have a little bit more pride in when I do my edits. So we're gonna go with that, but until it comes in, we're just gonna be doing it this way. Now, like I said before, we're gonna be doing 5 matches, and we're gonna be playing with this team quite a bit and making their changes as we play in Season 7. So yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. I'm excited. Let's do this. Alrighty, so for our first match, we've got a Rotom Refrigerator, Rotom Fridge, Grimmsnarl, Water Tauros, Iron Thorns, Kamala, and Slitherwing. Now, Slitherwing has been one of those hidden treasures that I haven't really been able to get to work. So I'm glad that someone else is taking the reins and give it a try, but we're going to see how this team goes from here. So we're going to walk in with Torkoal and Jumpluff because we want the, we want the Tailwind first open. And then we're going to bring in Great Tusk, and we're going to also bring in Fluttermane. Now we're doing that because of the fact that when we get Tailwind off and Jumpluff has U-turn to be able to get out of the battlefield, and we also have weaknesses to their team with what we've got. All right, so we got Rotom Fridge and Iron Thorns, and here I am with Torkoal and Jumpluff. So first, we're going to go ahead and do an Eruption, and we're going to start with Tailwind. Yes, Tailwind. This Jumpluff is now going to do that. Torkoal might get next turn. I'm not sure. Nope. Blizzard from Fridge will go off. That is Blunder Policy. Okay, guess someone missed. Jumpluff will live, and so will Torkoal, and Torkoal does Eruption, which won't do a whole lot of damage, but it'll still do quite a bit. So now we're going to protect here. Actually, I don't think it's going to really matter now, right? Interesting. Yeah, we'll protect here, and we will go to U-turn and Iron Thorns. Yeah, we'll go into Iron Thorns. And that'll, ooh, that's a crit, not bad. So that goes back, and now we bring out the good old Great Tusk. So if, you know, the Fridge does his Blizzard thing, it's going to do a lot to the Great Tusk. It's still ×2. It'll go with Discharge. Will not affect either one of my Pokemon. It will do a little bit of damage to his Pokemon, though, which will proc Weakness Policy? No, Cell Battery. Okay. Will not do much to the Torkoal because he is currently protecting himself, and will not do anything to the Great Tusk. So now we will Helping Hand the Great Tusk, and we'll do Headlong Rush to Iron Thorns. That's a pretty interesting strategy. Okay, he's choosing the Terra, and it's going to be on the Iron Thorns. Okay. That's fine, so Headlong Rush is not going to do anything. Okay. It might have been better to do something else, but now he can't use Discharge because Discharge is going to be doing a ton of damage to his own Pokemon. Blizzard will go off, Torkoal will avoid it, will hit the Great Tusk for super effective and knock him out. That's okay. Terra Blast. We'll go into Torkoal. And we'll knock him out. It's totally fine. So now we come in with our last two remaining. Photosynthesis now is going to come off. Special attack is heightened. We're now sitting at 145, which is great. We're going to Sleep Powder the Rotom Fridge, Terra, Dazzling Gleam, right into both those slots. Because we're spec'd now. So hopefully this will do a lot of damage. We're going to see. Jumpluff needs to be able to survive. I don't think it... At this point, I don't think it will. But it is a good indication of what we might need to change. But we'll see. Okay, Jumpluff will go faster than the Fluttermane, which is totally fine. Dazzling Gleam. Spect. And it will knock out. Now, next turn, Tailwind falls. Oh, I should say this turn. But with Tailwind gone, we can now reset Tailwind with Jumpluff. Because we still have Sun for at least 2 turns. Synthesis. Attack was heightened. So, Sun will last this turn and then no more. We're going to go ahead and do Tailwind again, and then Dazzling Gleam to both those Pokemon. Now, I don't think either one of them have a... I don't think that they have a priority move. They might. I don't think so, but we'll give it a try. First impression? Okay. But now I should be able to go next. And I don't, so that's interesting. We'll not get the KO, but that's okay. But this should knock them both out. There we go. So that was eye-opening. So maybe giving Fluttermane more speed investment is going to be the better one. So match 1. We had some for Torkoal. We need better move choices. Because that was one thing that I noticed, like, immediately. Hey, we're immediately into Ultra Ball. Let's go. Fluttermane. We're looking at maybe increasing speed. Because, like, the speed that I'm used to seeing is that Fluttermane should have outsped all like that entire board. Wave Crash obviously is not a priority move. There's no way that I can get past first impression, so that's not a big deal to me, at least. Okay, we have Fluttermane, Dragonite, Gothitelle, Iron Hands, Qianpo, and Mousehold. It's a very interesting team, to say the least. Now, I do need to be able to outspeed. The problem is that they also have Fluttermane, and I don't really want to give them the benefit because they could be speedy. And if they're going to speed, they're going to outspeed me. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to bring it because it is what it is. But I'm also going to bring in Great Tusk to be able to take out Dragonite as well as Chien-Pao. So who do I bring in last? Fluttermane again might be the person to bring in. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. So match 2. Okay, I can't read any of that. So we got Chien-Pao Dragonite, which is a typical opener that we usually see. Now I'm going to go ahead and just protect on Torkoal, and I'm going to Sleep Powder Dragonite. Sucker Punch is going to come out for Chien-Pao or not, but we are going to go for the automatic opener for Terra, and it's going to be Terra Normal for Dragonite. I am going with the Sleep Powder, so underneath Chlorophyll, I'm automatically faster than most Pokemon on the field, so this shouldn't be a problem, but we'll see how it goes. Extreme Speed automatically will go first, and it will hit the Jump Bluff, which will knock it out automatically. So unfortunate as that is, and Sacred Sword will go into that, unfortunately. Okay. So now I'm in a really tough predicament. What do I guess we can go into Great Tusk. There's a good chance that we're going to lose this match, only because of the fact that it's kind of hard to get rid of. It's going to be really, really hard to get rid of that weakness. But I think we're going to go into Terra Fighting for Great Tusk. So we'll go ahead and hit up the Eruption. We're going to Terra Close Combat into that slot. My hope is, because he's probably locked into that slot because he's choice banded, possibly. If he is, then he is. But my hope is that Chien-Pao doesn't do Sucker Punch, but will probably will. Sucker Punch or Protect for the Chien-Pao, which is totally fine. Extreme Speed will go into the Torkoal slot. Should not knock it out, and it doesn't. But Eruption does do less damage now. But Close Combat will go right into that Dragonite, and we'll get the one-hit KO. The defense fell, and so did the special defenses, but it will knock out the Dragonite, which is totally fine. I want to know if that's Multi-Scale or Inner Focus. Now, cool thing is, Eject Pack will now kick in and kick Great Tusk out of the field, and now I get a free switch in to Fluttermane. Who now gets Photosynthesis, and this special attack goes up quite a bit. He's still not under Tailwind, but now we get Eruption from Torkoal, which won't do anything because Chien-Pao is protected. Which is kind of the sucky thing, but it is what it is. Iron Hands comes out next. So Tailwind in this fight is terrible. It's non-existent. So I think we're gonna go with a Heat Wave here. Well, we didn't protect. Let's protect. I mean, I could swap. Yeah, let's do that. Let's swap to Great Tusk, and we will Dazzling Gleam that side. We'll do that just to kind of force him to kind of focus on Fluttermane for a minute. And if he was kind of, I don't want to say dumb enough, but if he focuses clearly on the Sucker Punch on the Fluttermane, which will knock him out, unfortunately. God dang it. But Sucker Punch is a brighter move. I couldn't really do anything about it. But it is Life Orb, and here comes Wild Charge, which unfortunately will not do a whole lot, but I was hoping that he wouldn't take anything. Then I remembered he's freaking Terra Fighting, not anything else. Okay, so we'll Close Combat on the Chien-Pao. I mean, if I had Earthquake would have been probably really good here. But we're gonna headlong rush into Iron Hands. So now we got Ice Spinner, which Great Tusk will survive by 3 HP. Headlong Rush. We'll get the KO. I would really like to have used Earthquake there. I'm glad that I didn't. Only because of the fact that I would kind of be like screwed. But now we've got the situation that we didn't want to be in, and its speed is heightened, which means if I still had Tailwind, that would have been super helpful, but unfortunately I do not. Because its speed is 307, there's nothing really much I could do about it. So I'm kind of screwed in this situation. We're gonna protect on the Great Tusk because it's the only thing we can do at this point. Moonblast will go into the protected Great Tusk, and he probably went double into that. Nope, Sacred Sword went into the Torkoal. And that's kind of what happened when I did like the whole season 6 thing. Those two ended up always getting at a tie. So that was that thing. So now Photosynthesis wore off, but we're pretty much done here. Those two are faster than Great Tusk is, and the only way I could possibly beat that is to Scarf him. So there's that. We're gonna put in Great Tusk Scarf. Now it does ruin that potential strategy that I have to like swap out, which is totally fine in my opinion, because it's funny to be able to do stuff like that, but part of the team that I'm realizing is that I have to have two Pokemon. One has to activate Photosynthesis, the other one has to activate Tailwind. So I kind of have to decide whether or not it's beneficial. So overall, the overall notes that I have, Tailwind should come over Sun, because Tailwind, even like the Sun is just the added benefit. Wow, there's a lot of people disconnecting. Holy cow. The point of like the team is to be able to take advantage over Tailwind and being faster than my opponents. And if I can get the benefit of that, that's totally fine. But the Sun aspect of it isn't required. See, like this team here. Now we've got Iron Hands, Great Tusk, Palafin, Farafrig, Torkoal, and Ting-Lu. This is going to be like a really like decent team in my opinion. We could be running with like the Torkoal, Jumpluff open, but we are going to be looking at like Iron Hands and Great Tusk. I think walking in with Jumpluff and Gyarados first might be like the better option. We'll go in with the Qianpao, and just in case, we'll walk in with our own Torkoal. We want Torkoal to be in the back. That way we can have another Pokemon to give us that extra added benefit of everything on the team. But we'll see how everything plays out. Iron Hands and Farafrig against Jumpluff and Gyarados. We're going to be lowering down their physical attack. Now, Iron Hands could fake out into Jumpluff, but Jumpluff is wearing Covert Cloak, which prevents it from being stopped. And I'm going to taunt the Farafrig. That way it stops the automatic supporter, but it does leave... okay, fake out there. Totally fine. Tailwind goes off. I was going to say it just does leave... Gyarados open for any type of wild charge after that. So now you can't Trick Room. We're set to go. So we'll go ahead and Sleep Powder the Iron Hands, and we're going to swap Gyarados. Oh, I didn't bring Great Tusk. Fudge. Okay, that's totally fine. We'll go ahead and Dragon Dance instead. With your Farafrig, because taunt is, a problem. Brings out Ting-Lu. Totally fine. Special attack of all Pokemon, that's totally fine. Sleep Powder goes right on to the Iron Hands, which most of them do not carry Lumberry, so we'll see. Does not do Lumberry, but I'm going to Dragon Dance my Gyarados. This should be quite a bit of a boost for me. And Iron Hands is asleep. And then we'll go ahead and Pollen Puff. Do we do that? Actually, we're gonna swap. And we're gonna just go straight into the Tinglu. Nope, never mind. Tinglu protects. I shouldn't have gone into one slot. Overall note, don't 2 into something. 2 in to 1 slot. Iron Hands is asleep still. So how are we doing on Tailwind? We got one more turn off Tailwind, so it's not a benefit to switch her out now. We're gonna sleep the Tinglu though, and we're going to Waterfall the Iron Hands. We wanted to lower its attack down, or its HP down. So these two are going to be asleep. Tinglu is going to be dedicated sleep for this turn. We're going to see if Iron Hands wakes up. He does not. So that side of the field is asleep. I get to do my own thing. And I'm going to swap Gyarados out now because it's not beneficial to have him out. I'm obviously going to go ahead and... What's in the back? What did I bring? Torkoal and... I mean, he's not going to do anything right now. But I'm going to Tailwind again. And I'm going to swap to Chien-Pao. Because the worst could come up from this is that Chien-Pao comes up and but Chien-Pao wakes up. Not Chien-Pao. Wow, Iron Hands could wake up. But I got Tailwind up, so now my team is good and doubling up. Iron Hands does wake up. We'll do Wild Charge into the Chien-Pao, which won't knock him out because he's bulkier than before. And Tinglu is still fast asleep, which is totally fine. I want him to take the biggest naps ever. And we're just gonna put Iron Hands back to sleep. And I mean, they're both at that slot. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do Ice Spinner to Tinglu. Now he could swap and get like the slept Pokemon out of there. But is it beneficial? I'm not 100% sure. But Ice Spinner will come up, hit Tinglu, will not get the KO, but does a pretty good chunk of damage. Here comes Weakness Policy. Attack and Special Attack goes up 2 stages. Sleep Powder is landing. I love this. Thank you, Sleep Powder and Jump Bluff shenanigans. Tinglu, are you still asleep? Iron Hands is still asleep. That's his dedicated first turn. Tinglu is still also fast asleep. I am loving this. Let's go. And now I can just U-turn and get that Pokemon out of here. And I'm going to go ahead and just Sacred Sword into Iron Hands. It's not going to do a whole lot, but I'm going to use U-turn to get him out. To crit Tinglu to get him out of here. And I'm going to bring in my man Gyarados. I mean, I could bring in Torkoal, but I kind of want to see what he brings in otherwise. And yeah, I know that I lost the stat like boosts with like the Dragon Dance, but I'm putting in a lot of pressure doing this. Farafrig. Shiny. That's dope. We're going to go ahead and taunt Farafrig again. And I'm just going to go straight into... Yeah, I'm just going to go straight into Iron Hands with Ice Spinner. Farafrig will protect. It's good. Ice Spinner goes right into Mr. Iron Hands here, knocking him out. Oh yeah. Taunt won't go anywhere. Now who's your fourth? And we got no more Tailwind. Who is your fourth? Torkoal. Also shiny. That's dope. Now we're kind of in like a pitfall here. I could still taunt the Farafrig, but I also opened myself up with yeah, you know what? We're gonna still taunt because, you know, oh, should I? No, we'll Sucker Punch. Yeah, we're gonna... Okay, Sucker Punch will fail because Torkoal is protecting. Taunting Farafrig will stop the strategy that he has of trying to do Trick Room, which is not something that I want right now. Obviously, I do not want Trick Room to be up. He will go faster in that regard. But now I'm going to go ahead... Oh, that's flying, not water. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to do that. But I am going to Waterfall. And I'm going to Sucker Punch. Because now Farafrig can't do anything else. Because it can't do any status moves. So match 3. I'm going to write down Gyarados. To Water Terra. Because that would have been super beneficial. Now on the Pokemon Home on the phone, it does say the best Terra is Steel. Torkoal with the double protect will not work, unfortunately. Sucker Punch will fail. Oh, well, Armor Tail. That's neat. But Waterfall will come in and hopefully... Oh, it will not get the KO. Interesting. Okay. There's Throat Spray. Interesting. Chien Pao attacked. Oh, okay. Farafrig. That's that. No, that makes sense. All right. We'll go in with the Ice Spinner then. Well, which one's more effective? Yeah, we'll both go into that slot. Wait, why'd I do that? Why did I do that? Don't do that. That's so stupid of me. Come on, man. Oh, I Dragon Danced. Dope. Never mind. I wasn't stupid. You guys didn't see that. I thought I did a no-no thing. But no, I didn't do a no-no thing. I did the best thing. Citrus Berry will now heal my Gyarados back up to green. Farafrig is now untaunted. Its Terra type is grass, so that's not a good choice for me. We'll come in with our own Torkoal. We will. We will go ahead and Waterfall the Farafrig, and we will Helping Hand our own Gyarados. We're going to allow him to get it. Hopefully he does not get it, but it is sunny out here, so it's probably a terrible choice to try to do a water move. So maybe having a different move altogether. Okay, never mind. We won. They canceled the battle. I guess they didn't want to try to deal with the shenanigans of us constantly going back and forth, but that's dope. 1-0. Oops. 1-1. 2-1. Let's go. So there's match number 3. We're 2-1. We're 2-1 with this team. Okay, let's get to it. Next match, here we go. All right, we got Chi-Yu, Arcanine, Wu Chen, Fluttermane, Iron Bundle, and Great Tusk. Okay, so every single one of these Pokemon, except for 2 of them, have some sort, well, 3 of them, really half the team. Wow, I should really think about what I want to say before I just spout it out. Anyway, so we do have an Extreme Speed Arcanine out there. We do have Chi-Yu. I mean, it's probably beneficial to bring in Great Tusk this time. So we'll probably open up with Great Tusk, and I want to say Chien Pao, but again, they're not as fast anymore. So we're going to bring in Jumpluff and Great Tusk, and then we'll bring in Gyarados, and we're bringing our Fluttermane. We do not want to bring in Torkoal. Torkoal in this team is a bad idea. We don't want to give the bonuses to Great Tusk because he's most likely scarfed. I'm the dumb one that doesn't scarf mine because I think it's kind of funny and trolly to have, you know, a Great Tusk that is slower than most speedy Pokemon and have an eject packed on him because I think it's funny. And we don't want to give a bonus to their Fluttermanes. They're already 205 speed at base unless they do like a bulky build, which is something I'm trying here. So we don't want to give them any more of a benefit. So we're leaving Torkoal in the back and hopefully coming up with the W here. I can't read those, but we do have Chi-Yu and Arcanine. And we're going to bring out our own Pokemon. So special defense is lowered. Now this spot. Oh, that's funny. Just right off the bat, we have to swap them out. That's dope. Because Jetpack said no. Okay, so in this situation, we're kind of in a tough spot, right? Because we got two fire types. One of them will for sure outspeed Jumpluff. And with Terra Grass, we're kind of in trouble. We're of course gonna try to do Tailwind, but it's up in the air at this point, and we're just gonna try to do something against this roster. We're gonna do Moonblast to Chi-Yu. They will Terra. Interesting. And it's going to be Chi-Yu. And it's Grass. Good call. If I was going to Sleep Powder, he would be my obvious target. He's kind of faster than I am. But I'm not going to. I'm almost going to knock him out. Heat Wave from that Pokemon will almost get the kill, but it will burn Fluttermane, but that's okay. Fluttermane doesn't really do anything with attacks. That will clearly knock out Chi-Yu. That's really, really funny. Life Orb. Good God. Nice try. And I get the Tailwind off. I was really hoping you didn't click Extreme Speed. I'm so glad you didn't. Flare Blitz will go right into Fluttermane. Okay. That should not have been the slot that you went after. I mean, Fluttermane was locked into that, you know, into Moonblast. What am I going to do after that? Oh, but Jumpluff, barely surviving. Way to go, buddy. Way to go. So now my own Intimidator is going to come out. And you're going to send out your own Great Tusk. Neat. Now I'm kind of in trouble because I'm going to swap out Jumpluff for Great Tusk. And I'm just going to Waterfall into that Arcanine. Arcanine right now can use Extreme Speed. I do not know what else that they have, so it's probably best for me just to get them out of the way and into this fray, so I don't have to worry about it. They withdrew Great Tusk. Great call. That's one less Pokemon I have to worry about like attacking me, which is totally fine. So now Fluttermane comes out. Extreme Speed into that slot prevented. Thank God. Let's go Waterfall into the Arcanine slot. Will not get the KO, but I don't care. I don't care. This is dope. And I still have and that's not gonna have any effect. So we're gonna do Headlong Rush into that slot, and I'm gonna Waterfall into that slot. We're gonna Waterfall into the Arcanine, forcing him to switch out unless he wants to lose it, and we're going to Headlong Rush into Fluttermane, which may knock him out because I have double speed, and right now I outspeed his Pokemon. And thank God I didn't bring in Torkoal, because this would have been a terrible matchup from the get-go. So Headlong Rush goes right into the Fluttermane, will knock it out, get out of here with the crit. Wow. Defenses will drop. Fluttermane will faint. And Arcanine does protect himself because he decided to stay in and use Protect, which I will be doing next turn on my man, Great Tusk. Whoo! Whoo! And last Pokemon's now out, and it is his Great Tusk. And we're just gonna go right into that slot. Because right now, his Great Tusk cannot hit me with Headlong Rush or Earthquake or anything like that. So it's just like a one-on-one with Gyarados and his Pokemon. So that's really, really cool. I could also keep him with Terra Flying and have Ice Blast or like Terra Blast, but I don't think that's going to be useful in this team as of right now. Okay, so Tailwind is now gone. I'm kind of in a worrisome spot here, but he does knows Ice Spinner. I don't think fighting is weak against Ice Spinner, so I'm just gonna go right into that slot. And I'm gonna go Waterfall it up. I'm gonna Terra my Great Tusk to fighting, which is kind of a Terra, or like a terrible Terra for him, but it seems to work out for him for right now. If you guys have any suggestions of what I should change it, just let me know in the comments down below. But here we go with the close combat Great Tusk battle. Skadoosh, about half, not bad. And my defenses drop another stage. And they do Ice Spinner, which is not gonna knock me out. Nope, I survive with half. And here comes Waterfall, which will knock him out. Booyah! So match number 4 is a resounding success. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I love this. I love this. I love this so much. The team is looking pretty nice for its first debut. In case if you guys didn't know, I will be recording a second video, not now, unfortunately, but you guys will have an extra video for me because the preview one should not have been late, and it was, and I couldn't get you something on June 1st. So I'll be giving you guys an extra battle either Friday or, which is today, realistically, and maybe Saturday. So Saturday I'll give you guys 2 videos. But next battle is up. We've got Earthworm, Gyarados, Dragonite, Chien-Pao, Fluttermane, Ting-Lu. Oh boy! So what do we do here? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do now? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do now? Okay, so obviously we should probably bring in a Torkoal, but he's going to be weak against Gyarados, but he is going to be setting up quite nicely for Earthworm. He is part Steel, and I don't really have anyone to deal with it. I mean, Headlong Rush could deal with him, no problem. We'll get set up with Jumpluff and Fluttermane first, and then we'll have in the back Great Tusk and if I have another fighting type, would I need to bring in Chien-Pao? I mean, I don't have Earthquake, so it's probably not a good idea to do that. We'll bring in Gyarados. We'll leave Chien-Pao out for now. Like the matchup between Chien-Paos is going to be lopsided for sure, because I don't run max speed, but I will outspeed them because Jumpluff is cool. But we'll see how this goes. We got Gyarados and Earthworm, both shinies. Jealous over here, and I have a little measly Fluttermane and Jumpluff. So I'm gonna go ahead and just Tailwind it up, and I'm gonna go ahead and just get started with the Thunderbolt, because why not? Now this should knock out this Gyarados without any issues, and we'll see if that's true or not, because I'm not focusing on Earthworm, which is a terrible choice because he does have Shed Skin. And with Shed Skin, we are looking at a weird situation. I don't need to put my match 5, put notes in there. Okay, he's going to Terra first turn, which is really interesting. It's going to go to the Gyarados, and it's going to be Steel. So he will negate the Thunderbolt, which is great. We'll see how the Steel match up with our team here. Thunderbolt right into that slot, which will do about half, which is great. I'll access Tailwind. So now what are you going to do? You're going to Thunder Wave the Jumpluff, which is okay, I guess. It's not bad. It's not something I would use, but not bad. And Heavy Slam into the Fluttermane, which will knock it out. unfortunately. Now, the cool thing is, well, I wish I had it now, but the cool thing, now that I have Great Tusk out here, I can Sleep Powder the Earthworm, and actually, I'm going to Sleep Powder the Gyarados, and I'm going to Headlong Rush the Earthworm. I'm going to get him out of here. If it knocks him out. It should. But if it doesn't, that's something to consider. Now, you withdrew Gyarados, totally fine. I'm going to sleep that slot. Fluttermane comes out. Neat. Also shiny. Very jealous. Booster energy. Okay. And you are special attack. Okay. That's cool. Headlong Rush into... Oh, that's right. Duh. And then Sleep Powder doesn't work. And then Shed Tail. Earthworm drops to half. We'll eat the Citrus Berry, which will get 2/3. Oh, if I would have just remembered the Earth Eater. Dang it. Not a bad combo with Earthworm, but here comes Gyarados with the thing. But now, this is the cool part. Intimidate comes up. It's going to send Great Tusk away because the Jetpack says so. And this is going to be able to bring out my own Gyarados. Which won't affect him because it's a substitute, which is totally fine. What are we looking at for turns? We've got 2 more turns for Tailwind. Protect right now on Jumpluff would be nice. But I'm going to go Sleep Powder again on the Fluttermane. And I'm going to go with the Dragon Dance. I think that's the play. So I will go first with the Dragon Dance. My Speed Rose. Moonblast will go right into Jumpluff, which will not knock it out. It's pretty close. Sleep Powder into that slot again, but he avoids the attack. And Thunder Wave will go into Gyarados. Which isn't bad. Gyarados having Thunder Wave is pretty interesting move all on its own. But I am running out of Pokemon in the back. We have Great Tusk still there. I mean, we could try to sleep again. I don't think it'll work, but we can try. And then I'm going to go ahead and just Waterfall the Gyarados. So I'm going to try to break the Sash. Oh, Gyarados is paralyzed. Okay. Dazzling Gleam will not knock out the Gyarados, but it will knock out the Jumpluff, which is totally fine. Gyarados will use Waterfall. Won't be as effective. Citrus Berry will now heal my Gyarados. I think this one is going to be an L, just to how everything's appearing. But we'll see. We shall see, for sure. It is 4 on 2, yeah. And one of my Pokemon is paralyzed right now. We're gonna close combat to that slot, and we're gonna Waterfall into that slot. Hopefully, knock out the Sash. So Fluttermane goes back to bring out Earthworm. Totally fine with this. He's gonna get another Shed Tail up. Dang it! I was hoping Gyarados was faster, but no, he's not. Gyarados uses his substitute. Dang it, dang it, dang it. But that's okay. That Gyarados will then Waterfall, which will unfortunately knock out my Great Tusk. This is a huge L on our part. But I will also knock out his Gyarados. I haven't Terra'd yet, and he just lost his. But I don't think that really matters at this point, because on his side of the field, we're looking at like 3 versus 1, and I don't have a way to heal myself anymore. So that's pretty neat. And I'm also paralyzed. Do I have a +1? I do have a +1. Yeah, because Dragon Dance. That's neat. I'm going to go ahead and use my Terra, because why not? And we're going to go right into the Flutter Mane, because again, why not? So we need to protect on Jump Bluff. We might be looking at Thunder Wave for Gyarados, but I don't think that's required, honestly. Here comes Waterfall. It won't get the KO, but it gets pretty close. And there's another Shed Tail. I might have been able to prevent that, but that Flutter Mane's going to attack before, like again before us, so it's going to be really, really hard. So we'll maybe look into Thunder Wave. And his last Pokemon is Dragonite. On Gyarados. So not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. Even with the +1, he still outspeeds me. That's interesting. So maybe I have to use it twice to be able to outspeed him. Shadow Ball into the slot, and it's not spec'd, so that's cool. I live with 3 HP. Let's go. But it doesn't matter. Oh, well, yeah, he's gonna outspeed me too. That is for sure 100% gonna be accurate. But Dragon Dance isn't bad. So hit the Flutter Mane with our last waterfall of the game. Pretty much our last one. We're not gonna survive very much longer. But not bad, guys. In our first recording session of Season 7, we're gonna be 3-2. We're in the up and up, so yeah. Let's get into it. Hit me with extreme speed. Earthquake? Why? Why did you do that? You can't Shed Tail now. I mean, I guess it didn't really matter. I think he still had 3 Pokemon left. I think I only knocked out 1. I think? I'm not sure. That was a pretty interesting match, though. I can't be mad about that. That was a pretty good use of... Oh, it was 2-on-1. Okay, so it wasn't as bad as I thought. Still, good match all the way around. No, we are done battling for this particular video. And we did drop down a little bit for Ultra Ball, but not by much. We are currently in 5 games, and we are 3-2. Now, you guys should see another video because you'll see this one on Friday. It's about 2 in the morning here in the Pacific Northwest, so it is Friday. And you guys should have 2 videos for Saturday. You should, because I'm going to record 2 more tonight, well, after work, and you guys should be able to see those on Saturday, and then you should see like a regular upload from Monday through Friday of Pokemon, and maybe Saturdays. I'm hoping to have a lot more videos recorded for you guys by then, but we'll see how everything goes. But first episode for Season 7, and I'm hoping you guys like it. I'm clearly having fun with it so far, and we've got a lot of notes, and I'll share those with you in the next video if you haven't watched this one yet. So without further ado, that's it. I'm out. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Like the video if you did, dislike it if you didn't. Leave a comment down below, and we'll discuss how this team is going on so far. Go ahead and share your thoughts of what you would make changes to if you were running this team. And subscribe if you're new, or if you're a returning person that watches my content often, then hitting that would definitely help out the channel quite a bit. And you guys can leave a like. I like it. Like it if you did. That'd be awesome. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks. Bye-bye.